Just been listening to the main news this morning, and it's David Cameron, and David Cameron saying that he wants to help the poor people. And what he's saying, I've got 140 million because I've helped low-paid workers, I've helped the disabled, I've helped child poverty, I've helped homelessness, I've created more. That's how I'm helping. And what I want to do now is 140 million for 100 of the worst estates in the country. These estates, these communities are riddled with drug dealers. They're riddled with criminals. I'm not talking about the gated communities of Bishop's Avenue, because they've got criminals and drug dealers. I'm talking about the Sink estates. I'm talking about the ones that are in the city centre. I'm talking about prime property. I'm talking about £1 million to demolish them, to level them, so that we can sell them to private property developers, tax evading, ones that are in it, ones that are out, ones that will build penthouses, that will bring money in. I'm talking about making money. I'm talking about business. I'm talking about David Cameron's home-owning democracy. I'm talking about the economy. I'm talking about destroying communities. That's what he means. That's what he's on about. Do you understand that? He doesn't want to help poor people. They're not part of the Tory demograph. He wants to destroy them. He wants to sell the land. He wants people to live in shoeboxes. He wants to sell studio flats in Woolwich for £400,000. They're basically the size of this car with a toilet. They're not interested in people in look what he's done with the nurses. How shameful. How shameful. How utterly shameful. Taking away bursaries from nurses. He wants to destroy our public services. He wants to destroy the communities where our public servants work. He wants to destroy them because they're not part of the Tory demo. He wants to say, look at the junior doctors. Look at them. Because they dare to stand up and say, you can't do that. And Jeremy Hunt, aiding and abetting, like saying that, look, what would happen if there was a Paris-style attack and the junior doctors were out on strike? Look at them. Look at them. They're terrorist sympathisers. That's what they're doing. That's the narrative they're creating. Look, they would stay alert. They're part of ISIS. The junior doctors. They support the jihadis. They would go on strike. This is the despicable. This is what they're doing. You know, they would quite easily give over all of this land because this is part of this is the economy. This is the housing bubble. This is because they want people in debt. And they want more and more people in debt, and only those that own their own look at you because they understand their security, and people want a home. Houses are homes. You know, these are homes. And they understand that. And they understand that mentality. They understand the security around that. That's why they want, you know, they're selling housing association right to buy. You know, because we need not-for-profit homes. How many times do you have to say that? There are people on low wages. How is society going to run? If we don't build not-for-profit homes, but they're not interested in that. There has to be profit. There has to be people in debt. But most of all, they have to make the housing at the bottom insecure. That's part of the you know, that is what keeps the prices high. At the top, you know, and in the middle, that's what pushes up house prices. That's what's pushing up rents. And, you know, and they believe that's what pushes up the economy. But it's a false economy because it's not a fair and equal society. It's not. It's just not. Yeah, but you want a not-for-profit home? Are you some kind of communist? A socialist? You're part of Jeremy Corbyn, donkey Jackie. Let's go back to the 1970s. Where's your bloody Cortina and your Capri? With your patchouli, all your bloody hippies? You'll ruin this country. And they want to give 100. They want to level the estates because it's prime property land. Look what they've done in Southwark. That's what it's about. He doesn't want to help. He wants to destroy. Look at the firefighters. Look at the floods. That's the whole stick of the Tories. And it's about getting those on their side, you know, and about pushing the majority into, you know, trying to get people to be patriotic, think about their, you know, housing situation. And those that don't come along, they get destroyed, absolutely obliterated. And they have so much money that they can afford to spend. Well, it's our money, 178 billion on war. 178 billion. That's not even including the renewal of Trident. That's just, you know, this is the war machine. This is the economy. And then they're not even going to investigate the bank. And we better leave them alone. No, I grew up on the North Peckham estate. You know, the communities that are built on housing estates are magic. They are magic. They are strong. You go down to the Aylesbury and you see people like Ice and Dennis and all those, you know, you go to the estates in East London, the ones that fought, you go to see the E15 mums. You understand these communities are magic. But they're also people that, you know, they want to contribute to society. They want to be part of society. You know, we need cleaners. We need nurses. We need shop assistants. You know, we need people to work in low paid jobs. There's always going to be 5 to 10 million people doing these jobs, but they need to be looked after. You know, if you're going to spend your whole life being a labourer, you know, digging holes, working for gas companies or electric companies or working for the water board or working, you know, then you need to be looked after because you're doing, you know, basically you're doing the donkey work. You're doing the hardest job. You know, nurses go out, they pick up the you know, the shit and the blood. They hold your hand. And they want to take away. This is despicable. This is heinous. And their mantra is be a man, be a winner, be a Tory. You know, be in it to win it. Get in debt. No, because they want household debt, but they also want, you know, they want people to take out mortgages because it's a lifelong debt. No, it's more money. There's more interest, and it's a false economy because these houses aren't worth. You know, you can't buy a shoe button for 400. Do you get it? And they just read it out on the news like it's just, you know, and they accuse them of being criminals and drug dealers. Do you even understand the narratives that they're using? It's shameful. Where's the challenge? Where's the opposition to this?